The reason why we're calling this today is to assure the public that there is nothing for them to worry about. This is not a matter of public safety. The concern specifically over social media was that we are having a rash of homicides in Perris and that they are somehow related. And I am here to tell you that they are not. While we have had 3 homicides recently, they are not related in any way, shape, or form. And to dispel any rumors, we do not have a serial killer on the loose in the area of Perris. They are isolated incidents with specific facts of their own. And at this time, we don't believe they are related in any way, shape, or form. What I will tell you right now is that yesterday we did respond to a call at the cemetery for a report of 3 males that had been apparently killed. We did arrive there and find that 3 adult Hispanic males had been killed at the location. There is rumor out there that they were killed somewhere else and dropped. We do not believe that is the case. At this time, we believe they were killed there. I'm not going to release any other information after that. We have identified the men, the victims. I will not be releasing their names, though, because we have not yet made positive identification from their family or family notification. So as soon as we are able to do that, which I'm sure that will be sometime today, we will release their names. We'll do that later just via press release. We have identified them, though. We're just pending family notification. I will come back to answer some questions, but right now I just want to turn time over to the Mayor of Perris, Mr. Michael Vargas.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Just want to reflect the position behind the Mayor and the City Council. We are very concerned of the violence that's going on in our community. We take public safety highly, and we're working with the Sheriff's Department constantly. We're always in communication. We know they're going to handle this investigation thoroughly and quickly, as quickly as possible. What I'd like to encourage, though, with our residents is that the cliche that the sheriff uses here in our stations: if you see something, say something. Social media is not the platform to report criminal activity. If there's criminal activity, you hear something going on, seeing something, please call the police. This is the best way to get this communicated, not via social media. With that, thank you, and Sheriff, thank you.
So briefly, I can't promise you that I'll answer all of your questions, but if it's something that I can answer, I certainly will. Yes, sir.
Sheriff, you said the public shouldn't be concerned. Does that mean that you have arrested the person who killed the people in the cemetery?
No, but we do not believe that there is any reason for the public to be concerned in this case.
Was this a targeted killing?
We're looking into that.
Sheriff, we understand that the gravesite where the 3 victims were located are from a gentleman that was murdered in Mexico in the state of Michoacan. His name is Uber Hernandez Castañeda. He's 36 years old. He was apparently from the district attorney in that state says that he was kidnapped, shot several times, and abandoned in the road. Does that have anything to do, and they're tying it to cartel? Does that have anything to do with these 3 murders?
It's possible, but we have not confirmed that. That is obviously information that we have received also, that we're trying to confirm and tie them together to see if there is some type of relationship. At this time, we have not, but we have heard that same information.
And also, Sheriff, they say that the 3 people that were, you said that they were shot there. What time do you estimate?
They were killed there.
They were killed there. How did they get it in the cemetery? Because we understand that if this happened early in the morning, it was closed. Some people are saying that there might have been, the locks might have been compromised. Can you confirm that?
I can't confirm anything like that. Obviously, they did make it into the cemetery. We know they made it into the cemetery, but I won't confirm how.
Does the cemetery have 24/7 security? Apparently, they had added some security some time ago after.
They have surveillance. They don't have security. They have surveillance system.
Was the surveillance system, did it show them coming in at a certain time? Did it give you any kind of information that's been helpful?
From there, I don't believe so. We have numerous surveillance systems throughout the city that we have obtained in this investigation. Obviously, we're in the early stages. It's only been a day. I know that doesn't, that seems like a long time maybe to you, but to us, it's not. We're still in the process of not only downloading some of the information, but going through it to come up with a time frame. We do have somewhat of a time frame established so far, but I can't comment on that.
Also, Sheriff, I wanted to ask you, from the aerials and from video that we were able to see physically, one of the victims was wrapped in what we believe was a blanket, a black blanket. Can you describe how they were found around that general area?
I can't confirm anything like that. I know what has been seen, but it doesn't, just because you think that you saw that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what it is. So the specifics of the crime scene, I can't really get into that. There is some information that we don't want out there.
Sheriff, we received information that one of the bodies that was laid down in front of the, what's the tumba,
The gravesite.
the Riverside. They're like, they know each other and somehow they're related to. Have you received any information, and because the bodies were thrown exactly in that gravesite?
I will say this, we are looking into that, but I will say, so far there's been 2 questions, I wouldn't put too much emphasis on what the aerials showed. There's nothing specific from those aerials that really mean anything.
But do you think there was a message being sent by having the victims killed at that?
In a certain position, no.
No, at that location around.
We're looking into that. That is an aspect we're looking into.
Mr. Bianco, I have a question. It seems that you've been doing a great job in doing the marijuana eradication, but where are the feds on this? Where are the feds in assisting you with the marijuana eradication and in this press conference?
For today, there really isn't a reason why we would have them here yet. Because it's so early and because we haven't identified a motive or really just barely identified the actual victims, there wouldn't be anything why we would have them here today, but that doesn't mean that we won't include them in the future if needed.
Based on some
You're
of your
welcome.
previous statements, do you think this was gang related?
It's certainly something that we're looking into. I mean, we're receiving some of the same information that you are, that it's gang related, that it's cartel related. We're looking into all of that, but at this point, we can't confirm one way or the other.
Were they shot at executional style?
I didn't say they were shot. I said they were killed, but I won't confirm. I can't confirm how they died.
We noticed there was no fire dispatch prior to this. How did the call come out? Was it a call for service or a flag down?
It was a call for service.
Have you got any tips pointing you towards any suspects? Do you have any idea how many people you think would be involved in this?
We've received numerous tips. We have several leads that we still have to follow up on as far as suspects go, but with all of you here and on camera, we would like to plead to the public that if you do know any type of information concerning this, whether you think it's small or not relevant, we think it's relevant, and you should contact us with that information so we can follow up on those leads.
And do you believe anyone else connected to these 3 men are still in danger? And do you fear a gang war, retaliations for these killings against some others in the community?
I want to say no. Obviously, I can't promise that, but the information that we have so far, that answer would be no.
Sheriff, can you talk about how unusual this is to have 3 bodies placed near a gravesite? That you're looking into every possibility. We understand that. There seems to be, at least some connection between one of the victims, possibly he worked for the guy who died in Mexico. Suffice it to say, in your history in law enforcement, when you see something like this kind of come together, because it's such an unusual thing, do you think that possibly a message was being sent here?
That's probably too much for me to speculate on. 3 people killed at the same time, that was a message for something, whether it was for someone else or whether it was to them. It certainly is not the norm, which is why we're all here. 3 people being killed in a cemetery is not the norm. So we're trying to figure out why they were there and who was there with them that we should be looking for now.
Sheriff, if these homicides, as far as you know, are unrelated, does that mean that there's something changing in Perris, or is this just what you would consider an unusual rash?
That's probably a combination of both, and you want me to get that, you kind of opened the door for me to get political. The recent rash of homicides is unfortunately they are not related at all. Unfortunately, the victims died. I'm not going to say that we don't have shootings all the time. We do, and normally people don't die. In the last couple of weeks, they've died. So we unfortunately have to investigate those differently, and they make the press. The regular shootings don't make the press. It's when people die that makes the press. These happen to die in a short time frame, so it appears that there's something horrible going on. I will tell you, that it's no secret that crimes with drugs are going up. Across the state, crimes involving drugs and gangs have been going up, and it's completely related to the horrible laws that have been passed, the horrible propositions that were voted in, and now we're suffering the consequences to that.
47, 109?
And 57.
How recent the homicide was down in Mexico that Giovanni was referencing, and have you also been in contact with authorities down there?
Yes.
How recent was that one?
That was December.
So you are confirming that it was that the bodies were on that restaurant owner's grave?
No, I'm confirming that it was around someone's grave that was killed in Mexico.
Okay.
Sheriff, you did say that the community should not be afraid of what's going on, but how do you explain this to them? 3 bodies might be linked to cartel or gangs, whatever it may be, but how do you reassure them? What do you tell them?
Well, I can tell you that the city of Perris, the councilmen that are up here, and the sheriff's department are fully committed to keeping them safe. We unfortunately need their help to keep them safe. The regular residents of Perris, the regular residents of Riverside County should know that we are there for that purpose, and we need them to trust us and help us in doing that.
Sheriff, would you characterize this as basically an execution or an assassination of these 3 people?
That's probably safe to say. They were both killed at the same time, or all 3 were killed at the same time there. So you can get into some